What's up, guys? It's me, Tim, with the Gutter Growth Podcast. Today I got a special guest, Alexander Bonilla-Harris, I believe. Did I
There
say
you
it right?
go. You nailed it. You
Good
nailed
deal,
it.
man. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It has been a heck of a week for me. I'm in Wisconsin, so our weather has been up and down and up and down and up and down. So other than that, trying to stay good, trying to stay peachy, and counting down the days till Gutter Summit.
Good deal. So you're with Nice Jobs, and you're going to be a vendor at the Gutter Summit and also a speaker. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, totally. So the easiest explanation is my name is Alex. I've been doing partnerships for my entire career, and today we'll be talking about NiceJob in particular. Basic premise of NiceJob: it's a reputation management platform. We can get into what all that means in just a little bit. Short answer of that is basically we help you get more reviews, turn those into customer stories in order to get more leads, more revenue, and more continued business. And that's basically what I'm all about.
Good deal. And then throughout this, I'm going to say it a couple times, but we're going to be giving a free Gutter Summit ticket. So that's pretty cool. In order to qualify for that, just go ahead and comment grow in the comments, and that'll qualify you for a drawing.
There we go. I
So good
love
deal,
it.
man. So tell us a little bit about Nice Jobs.
God, I mean, Nice Job is a really interesting idea and really interesting premise. I've never heard anything like this in my background before joining on. But once I was came in and basically was inundated with this concept, I was like holy crap, this is incredible. The idea being that if you rewind the clock around 100 years, word of mouth is so important. Anybody in a service-based industry, you know that you want to be the number one guy in your town with the best crew and the best services around. You fast forward to today, now everything is online, virtual. There is no main street. The main street is google.com. How do we get that same experience of word of mouth and then make that in this new era essentially. So that's the premise that predicates Nice Job. The idea being that reviews online is how you get visibility. When I search, best gutter cleaning services near me, I know that there's going to be three that come up along with a little Google map. Those three are determined by reviews, photos, their Google business profile. But a review is a very, very essential component to that. And again, we can go into so much detail about that, but to keep it high level, it's all about taking those, making sure that you get more of them, and then putting them everywhere on your website, Facebook, wherever that might be, so that more people say, "Hey, this is the word of mouth I was looking for. Let me go hit this person up."
A little bit of social proof.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I remember the days when you didn't have like all the automation services and stuff for the reviews, and it was just like, I had a guy actually. I'd pay him. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was like $50 per review or something, and he would just call all my customers at the end of the week. And but it was one of the best things I did at the time because I ended up having more reviews than everyone else, and then it was like name my price. It wasn't so hard to, price a job proper because you get the automatic respect.
No, 100%. I mean, it's so hard nowadays, I would say, to get that respect from people in general. You don't get that opportunity to say, like, hey, take a look at all my amazing work. Let me show you all these people who actually give a darn about what I did for them. So using reviews as that kind of like backdoor vehicle to say, hey, these are what other people are saying. You don't have to take my word for it. I think that's incredibly powerful. And much to your point, the automation aspect of it, I think, is the part that is more appealing. The process can be done by anybody today, right now, making it so that you don't have to manually do it, and then you can actually focus on the work that you're doing. That I think is the secret sauce.
Yeah, no doubt. Can you tell us a little bit about the automation or how it works for those that haven't used a service like this before?
Yeah, so picture, and it can work a couple different ways. The best way I like to often describe is, let's say you start with like a field service management platform like a Field Pulse. You complete the work. Field Pulse is like, okay, this project is done. Automatically, that will tell Nice Job, hey, let's send out a review request. We're going to send four individual touch points. It's like one SMS, three email. We know that based on those four touch points alone, we're going to get you pretty good reviews. We with statistical analysis and all that, so we know that if we hit at least four, you're going to get that. And then once that review request takes place, then you can further automate it by saying, all right, the system can then put it on my website. It can be on a little carousel and it shows like all the latest reviews, or it'll pop up on the side saying, hey, I just got a new review. Or put it on your put it on Facebook, put it on LinkedIn, put it on anywhere that your customers are going to see you. And it'll further automate by putting out essentially like a referral request for other people that have already done your work, done work with you. So let's say you got 40, 50 customers, you know that you're going to get repeat business with them at least once a quarter. You can put them on an automated email sequence to reach out to them and say, hey, look, this is something that I did last week. This person was super stoked on it. Here's a photo of them smiling with one of my texts. Have you forgotten how great we are as a service? And then boom, you got another repeat.
So all that's automated, the Facebook, all the posts, all that stuff. That's pretty cool.
100%. Doesn't take that much to get set up, and then once you're rolling, you are off to the races. And you can get really, really deep in the platform, but just to get started, it's like 15 minutes.
What do you suppose like the amount of people, I guess what percentage of people are actually leaving reviews when they're getting hit like 4 times?
That's a that's a great question. So when you look at like the stats, it'll kind of look like this in the breakdown. Like 12% of people will respond to the first touch point. It'll go down to like let's say 10, 8, and then it'll go back up to 16 on that fourth touch point.
Oh
Usually
wow.
with a little bit of it's so weird the human psychology behind it, but like with a little bit of distance and that reminder of like oh shoot, yeah, that was actually a really sick job that they did for me. It'll psychologically motivate people to do that. The weirder thing, then this is some crazy math. 57% of people would leave a review if they've just asked once, but only like 14% of all industries will just outright ask for it. So it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Even with these services, people aren't asking.
Yeah, and you think you're like, you're right there. You just did a kick-ass job, and why not just ask at that moment? Tell your tech like, hey, we really think we did a good job. Would you be cool leaving a review? Mention that I did this good work. Heck, I'll snap a photo with you. I'll get up on the ladder, do whatever that might be. It makes a world of difference, even if you're doing it completely manually.
Anyone jumping on, if you comment the word grow, we're going to be giving out a free Gutter Summit ticket. We'll be doing a drawing at the end of the day. So make sure you comment. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. What about if they leave the review? Is there a certain amount that'll do the referral program?
Yeah, so you can segment your audience inside the platform so that you can say, okay, these people I know have done business once, and then if they do business again, I'm going to put them in a referral cycle. So you can segment that out to make sure that when you're prompting people, when you're sending out these either review requests or these what I like to call like campaigns, like these little packaged review stories, like customer stories, put those in the referral and then have them be sent out so that people can again come and get that repeat business. You can also flip it on its head and give people a referral code so that they can essentially be little sellers for you. Let's say you did a good job for me, Tim. You did a hell of a job on my gutters. I'm gonna let's say I tell my girlfriend like, hey, look, you got anybody else that needs this work? I got this referral code and he'll give me XYZ, or maybe I'm just doing it out of the goodness of my heart. But again, we want people to be talking about you in those more organic ways at scale.
How does that code look? Is it, they just give it to someone and it's like a form this person fills out, or what is that exactly?
Yeah, it's essentially like a link, and it'll take you to like your website or whatever that might be, and usually that's like a contact us form or something. It can be individually tailored depending on who we're kind of speaking to. We also, as a component of NiceJob, also run essentially like microsites. So if you don't have a website, or let's say you run entirely through a Facebook page, you can use one of those microsites as that like landing form fill.
Okay. What type of price point is Nice Jobs?
Brother, I'm glad you asked. So we are, how to say that? We're cheap. Like we believe really really strongly in the philosophy of just like direct work, direct results, and no
Yeah.
frills around any of it. So it's if you're getting it at retail, MSRP is like $75 a month, no contract. That's basically it. We do have a pro component. I think that goes up to like 99 with the additional add-on features, but just the core functionality when I'm speaking to, it'll be 75, probably less than if you come to Gutter Summit because we'll be giving it away at a very, very steep discount. So
Oh, nice.
catch us at our booth. You'll get it real cheap.
Good deal. Yeah, I'm excited about the summit. You weren't there last year, were you?
No, this is actually
Oh.
gonna be my first time, so I'm stoked on it.
Yeah, man, it's epic. The energy there is going to be incredible.
Dude, hell yeah. No, we got some cool things planned for our booth. Trying to get some activation going. I got my little got a putting green that I'm gonna bring out too, just because I mean, hey, if I'm gonna be there, I might as well golf a little.
Yeah, man. I'm sure there's some good golf there in Atlanta.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, no
You
doubt.
a golfer, Tim?
Um, no, I mean, I like to drive. Like I hit it far, but I can't say I got any accuracy.
I'll tell you like this. I like the beers. That's why I golf.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good to get out there, and it's good for business too, right?
For real, man. For real.
Yeah.
A lot of the conversations we have out there, I think, just bode well. And again, it's fun to get out.
Yeah, I gotta maybe do it more.
Heck yeah, man. Come find me in Atlanta. We'll do something cool.
Cool, man. So one more time, guys, if you want to drop the word grow, we're giving out a free Gutter Summit ticket, doing a drawing. If you got any questions for Alex, you can go ahead and drop it down here. We can start answering some questions.
Totally. I mean, and to give a little bit more insight on kind of like the whys behind everything, even if you aren't looking at NiceJob in particular for a solution, the idea of getting more reviews is going to directly help your Google presence essentially. So it's essentially like three concepts that we're bringing to the table in order to maximize your Google business. It's relevancy, recency, and velocity. The idea there being when I search, best gutter cleaners near me, and those three people come up in the Google Map pack, those people are not random people, and it's not like they pay to be there. It's because they have relevant, recent, and continual reviews. They have photos on their site. They have a complete Google business profile. So all those multiple factors all come together to say, okay, this is why we're suggesting these three people when you search for XYZ services. That is and the review component of that is one of the harder parts. I own a little consulting firm myself. I've set up a Google profile. I've put pictures on it, but the difference between me and let's say like some Joe Smo down the street who doesn't have necessarily reviews, that's going to be a big deciding factor there of who shows up when you Google search, like business development near me or whatever that might be.
Got a couple questions here.
Hit me with it.
Dale said, "Are these guys going to be at the summit?" Definitely. And then he asked, "Is AI used to reach out to customers, or is this actual people?"
So the responses, it depends on what component we're speaking to. We do have AI responses specifically. What that means is you can set it up to say, okay, anything like above 4 stars, we're going to send something positive that sounds like somebody's actually talking with me, like, thank you so much for posting this. We really did great work. You can conversely set it to say, okay, anything below like 3 stars or whatever, we'll do a direct reach out and say, hey, so sorry that you felt this way. Please reach out to us here so that we can continue the conversation or maybe solve it in some other way. So you can automate it in that regard. And that's the actual AI component of it. When you talk about just the referrals and the campaigns, that's just an automation.
Just text message automation.
Yeah.
Someone else says, any native integrations with DataBox? I personally don't know what that is.
No, but as the dude who handles partnerships, I can make that happen. So please come find me at the event. I can make that happen.
Nice. You guys integrate with a ton of different CRMs and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, like field service management, anything within that category. That was the Field Pulse shout out there a little bit. It's a big component of the automation and what we do. We think it's a natural fit to just make sure that anybody that's working on site is focused on the work, and all this stuff about like reviews and the clicking of boxes and on the websites, like that should just all be automated in the background.
Yes, Dale, it ties into Jobber. And then Reliable Gutters and Shutters says, if not DataBox, how about Zapier?
Zapier, yes. So you can make zaps and connectors with that. So if you already understand Zapier, amazing workaround.
So I'm not, I mean, I use it, or my VAs do, and my partners, but I don't know much about Zapier. Zapier just kind of allows you to hook into any CRM. Is that what that is? Or
more or less? I mean, the way that I do this all the time when I talk to my parents, for instance, they ask me like, Alex, like, what do you do for work? Like, we don't understand what you do. And I tell them, okay, I build connections between companies. Sometimes they're business connections and sometimes they're technical connections. That latter conversation of like the technical connections, it's a lot of work. So Zapier is that business that comes in and says, hey, look, if you just build into us, anybody can connect with anybody. And then you, Alex, don't have to worry about building all these different connectors. It just makes my job a heck of a lot easier, and they're good folks out there.
Nice. Grant, are you giving out another free ticket today? You know it. So, but to get it, you got to comment grow. So go ahead and do that.
That's right.
We're going to give away a ticket today and change someone's life.
We will be there. We're going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be a good time. So Tim, let me almost kind of like flip it on you here. When you're thinking about reviews and when you're approaching this from your audience, like what do you think is the most important part of reviews for them to take away from this, or like this whole concept, if you had to just speak directly and candidly to them, like what should they be hearing from me?
So I mean, my understanding is reviews are part of SEO. So if you go ahead and get more reviews, you're going to rank higher. Um, Obviously, that means more leads, but also it's your brand, right? And so like you're polishing up your brand because branding is basically the customer's view of you. It's not really your view of you, it's how they view you. And if you don't have anything for them to view you on or any social proof, it's kind of hard to do that. And so it's nice to have a pretty website and nice branding, but if no one's saying anything good about you, you're not really doing yourself any justice. And I know that when I got more reviews than everyone else, it made it really easy for me not to be the low price gutter company. And so I think it's one of the most important things. Like if you don't have a strategy to get reviews in place, you need to do that.
Truly, I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. There is, I think what's fascinating is like mentioning the website and design and all that. Like, you can have a kick-ass, pretty design that's fantastic. Spend a bunch of money to make your website all beautiful, or you could just really focus on doing a good job and get great reviews, and people will listen to that probably more. So I think it's like 89, 90% of people will listen to reviews over any sales material or anything a salesperson will say. So imagine putting all that time and effort into crafting like the best email, the best narrative, the best pitch, and they don't even give a damn. They'd rather just look to see what other people are talking about you. That just goes to show the power of what one review can do for you, even.
And kind of like my view on negative reviews, if you get one, like do something about it. Don't just accept it. Like call that customer, try to make it right. I've even given money back twice, even though people say I don't know why you did that, but hey, my review went down. My
It's
name was
reputation.
protected, and you should protect your name with your life.
Truly though, I mean, like your name, your brand, your business, it's all one and the same. So like you have not to get a little too crass here, but you gotta stay on business on that. Like you
Yeah.
have to make sure that people respect and actually understand who you are and represent you accurately. Reviews is again the primary component of that, especially if they're negative. That's a perfect opportunity to reach out and say like, hey, yo, look, my bad. Can we make this better? And I've heard so many different stories from contractors where they've done something like this and then that person turns into a repeat customer. It works, it can, and at worst, you just have saved your brand.
People are pretty forgiving. You just got to do something about it. Like a lot of the guys, when they're worried about getting off the truck and they're worried about, relinquishing the installs to someone else or so worried about quality. If you do pretty good quality, but if there's a problem and you go back, no one's ever mad about that. What they're mad about is if you have a problem and you don't come back and fix it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what's going to give you bad reviews.
Yep. People will remember the good, but they will remember the bad, especially more. So rectifying that puts you in just amazing grace. I mean, it's like you see this in all facets of life, but it makes really, really easy direct sense here.
Hey guys, I see some more people jumped on. If you got any questions for Alex, Alex is with NiceJobs. It's a review company, automation. Hit him with some questions. Also, make sure you comment grow. We're going to be giving out a free Gutter Summit ticket at the end of this. And in order to win, you got to comment grow.
Please comment. We'll be there. Everything that you hear today, it's probably going to be magnified tenfold at the summit. And why not just kick it with us? I mean, look at this man. He's cool. I like to think I'm pretty cool myself. Come on now.
He likes golf.
I do. I like golf. I like cycling. We could talk about nerdy stuff too. I'm a mixed bag.
So, how long have you been in the review industry?
Candidly, not very long.
Hmm.
My whole background is more on like marketing and technology partnerships
Yep.
and like that whole side of the world. So when I think about reviews, this actually goes way back to an early role that I had. I used to work at a construction lending management firm, and I split my time between there and then I was also interning at an architecture firm. So I kind of like split both sides of the house of like, okay, this is like all the tech stuff that I'm supposed to know, and then actually here I'm like out sweating and dying out in like the hills of Calabasas building like custom homes with this architect. Um, there is where I really learned the value of like reputational stake. When you look at something like architecture, general contracting, anything within that realm, their reputation they live and die by. So that early experience for me is where I really learned and categorized that idea of your brand is your brand, your business is your business, and then add in all the technology aspect of that of like the current marketing landscape and what it means to be visible to consumers. Like you take those two ideas together, and then reputation management is just a super easy direct answer to all of that.
Hmm. We got a couple more questions.
Hit
Dale
me.
says, "Are you speaking at the summit or just having a booth?"
I am. Oh shoot! I should double check. I'm like 99% positive I'm speaking.
I
One
think you're
percent of me,
speaking.
yeah,
Yeah, I
one
think
percent
you
of me tells me I'm wrong, but I'm like 99%
are.
positive.
We're getting ready to release that agenda here next week, so we're working on tying it up. It's pretty much done, but I think we're going to come out with it either this weekend or Monday. So be on the lookout for that and comment grow for a chance to win a free summit ticket. Thomas says, "Does it integrate with NetSuite or WebEx?"
I think we have a WebEx Zap, and we should also have an S Suite Zap as well. I will double check that. These are honestly the best component of this is to come either message me after this call or come to the summit and talk to me about this live. I'm the guy that makes integrations happen for NiceJob. Happy to address that directly.
Speaking of that, if someone wants to get a hold of you today or tomorrow or this week, what's the best way to reach you?
Well, they're going to have to write down my full name. No, I'm kidding. Super easy. It is alex@nicejob.com. Very, very easy. Email me there. I will respond. I'm basically shackled to this desk that you see, so please help a brother out.
Kevin says, "Does it go with drip jobs?" I think it does with
It
Zapier,
does.
right? Yeah,
It does, yes.
yeah.
It's actually a newer one that we've introduced recently, and the Drip Drops relationship I'm really excited about as well. So yeah, and you'll be able to see that all at the summit as well. I believe it'll be ready by then, if not already. So yeah, please come see it live.
Yeah, they're starting to get pretty big in the gutter industry. They started off
Yeah,
in the painting industry, so Tanner's a pretty good guy.
yeah, man.
So shout out to Drip Jobs.
Heck yeah. Are they? And I should know this. Are they going to be at the summit as well? I'm pretty sure. Or
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
Tanner's speaking. He's a hell of a speaker. If you haven't heard him,
Not anything beyond just him and I talking, but even just talking with him on a call like this, like you can get that vibe.
yeah, he's good. So, is there anything that like sticks out that you think the audience should know? Any like tips or gold nuggets or anything?
So, few, and this is a bit of a preview of what I'll be speaking with at the summit, but if we were to kind of boil it down to a few key takeaways, one, be super, super crisp on your Google business profile. That's not to say like go make a fancy website, make sure that all the things are checked off on your Google profile. Good picture, just a link to the website, doesn't have to be pretty or anything, and reviews. If you can land those three things and get that all complete, you're going to be set in a good position right there. Secondarily, you can use NiceJob. We'll automate it. That's fantastic. But even if you don't give a damn about that, ask for reviews. Give your techs like a little business card with a QR code for them to scan. Whatever it takes. That's going to completely change the game. You will see a measurable difference in your business and your leads, even if you don't go with something like a NiceJob. So if you can remember those two concepts, anybody on this call is going to be basically set for at least that first component.
And I highly recommend like incentivizing your crew. You know, if their name gets mentioned in it, or if they get that review on the spot, put a picture in it to get a picture with the customer, stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
That's the thing. We even I'm so glad you mentioned that. Like on NiceBoard, we have a leaderboard, or on NiceJob, we have a leaderboard that basically says, okay, we know you have like X amount of techs. I know that when we are going through the reviews, the system is pulling out like, oh, they mentioned him here, oh, they mentioned Alex here, and you can actually chart out who's being mentioned or who's getting the best reviews. Spiff them. Give those people that are doing the best rewards something to give them something.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's when you incentivize something, it's going to go that way generally. So,
No, totally. And I think that the incentive isn't really that difficult. I'm pretty sure everybody on this call is incentivized to do something good and to do good service for there. So just going that extra step and validating that either up to your management or just to yourself as a owner operator, that in and of itself can be on its own reward. Add on an Amazon gift card to that, and you're in the money.
Kevin Reese says, when I work for a company, we got $50 for every 5-star. That's generous. That's nice. I'm sure that got a lot of 5 stars.
No, you can see what is it? There's actual math behind this that we have as well. Like going up, I think 1 star in your rating gets you like I think like a 8 to 10% bump in revenue on average.
Wow.
So getting like $50 for 5 stars, that's shoot, it should be $100 for 5 stars.
Nice.
Yeah, and I mean, like Tim, you can take this to and like kind of extrapolate this idea out to not only any industry but like anybody on this call right now. This model really works well for like solopreneurs all the way up to like huge franchises. So super flexible, and that's really because everybody just likes honest feedback from other people who have tried it, and that's the general premise.
I've heard real good about it. We have one of my mentors in my coaching program. He's our sales mentor, but he uses it and he loves it.
No, and that's what I love to hear too. My direct manager told me many times he's been to a few different events, and people will literally walk up to him and say, "Hey, thank you personally for like talking with me and making sure that we got all set up on this because it's made a measure of difference." So he's literally prepped me like, "Hey, at Gutter Summit, you might get a hug. Just be ready, man. You might get a hug."
Yeah, man, because it's it is impactful. Like it's the best thing you can do for your business is have a good reputation. I don't know if
Yeah.
there's really anything better that you can do for your business.
No, truly. Again, back to that metaphor of like, you're walking down Main Street. Your reputation is that big sign in the front window. You want that to be nice, clean, polished. You don't want that dirty. And this is just the world we live in. Most people, they're not going to obviously like the newspaper or on TV to get opinions on where they should go. The first step is go online, go on Google, let me search up services near me. You got to play in that environment, and this is the easiest, most direct way to do so, even if you're not using a Nice Job.
Good deal. I'm gonna give everyone one more chance. If you just jumped on, comment grow for a chance to win a Gutter Summit ticket. I got Alex with Nice Jobs here. You got any questions? We're gonna be on for a couple more minutes. Go ahead and shoot it to us now. But we're excited to be at the summit, and I know that Alex is excited as well.
Exactly. And if you comment grow in reverse, you get absolutely nothing, but it looks really funny. So
No doubt.
sorry, I just gotta, it's been a long day, brother, and this is a good way to lock it out.
Is this the end of the week for you?
No. I
No,
got so much to do tomorrow, and then I'll probably do a little work the day after. But
it's the end of the
hey,
day.
all of it, yeah, it's just end of the day. I know I get to have a cowboy coffee or something after this, so we're good.
Yeah, I might be going to a networking event. 300
Oh,
companies,
nice.
so might be fun.
Oh, dude, there you go. Wish I was in your neck of the woods. Dang,
Yeah.
probably better weather too.
See a couple more people jumped on. If you want a chance to win a summit ticket, go ahead and comment grow. If you got any questions for us, we're only going to be on a couple more minutes, so ask now. Dale says he's excited to meet you. Maybe he'll give you a
Thank
hug.
you, dude. Please, I'm here. I am surprisingly taller than what this screen represents, so hopefully it's a good fit. We'll see.
I'm surprisingly shorter.
Shoo, man, dang. Oh God. And yeah, I'll be speaking very much to what Tim said. I'll be speaking at the Gutter Summit as well. The topic of the actual conversation is basically everything that you just heard here in a more expanded format, bringing in more of the concepts around like what the flows look like. Hoping to have additional people on stage with me as well to kind of talk and spread the value there. But ultimately, we're hoping to put on a really good show for you guys. And if not, come find me at the bar after, and we'll talk a little bit more candidly there.
It's got a speakeasy in it. It's like it's an old historic hotel. It actually, Gone with the Wind was shot there, so it's a pretty cool
Yeah.
feel. Yeah, it's a nice vibe.
No, I'm legitimately so excited for just like the event space itself. Like it's gonna be pretty sick.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be dope. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on here today, Alex. If anyone jumped on and you haven't heard, go ahead and comment grow. That's it, man. I appreciate it, and I'm excited to see you out there, and I'm excited to be there. So
Definitely so. Me as well. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. You can find me in person at the Gutter Summit. I'll be speaking there, or reach out to me directly on my email. It is alex@nicejob.com. Again, that is alex@nicejob.com. I do integrations. I do partnerships. I also, I don't know, like to talk smack. Let's have some fun.
so if there's something that can't be connected, you could probably connect it.
Most likely. Yeah, we can make it work.
Good deal. Thanks, Alex.
Awesome. Thanks again, Tim. Looking forward to seeing you.